Hey there, radical moderates. Before we dive into today's topic, I'd like to ask you a simple request. Take a moment, think about how you see yourself when you look in the mirror. Who are you? I am a fill in the blank. Now, before we get into the topic that I want to talk about, let me just share a quick story with you. My 15-year-old son recently asked me to help him with his biology homework, specifically about the topic of phylogenetic classification that they were studying in his science class. Now, I have a biology background, obviously, so I told him biologists use this to map out how different species are related by examining their similarities and their differences, creating a tree of life that shows closely related species and their shared connections and ancestors. As I explained this to him, it kind of struck me that in biology, we focus on both similarities and differences to understand how life is interconnected. Yet, in the society today, we often focus only on our differences to separate ourselves. We label ourselves by gender, race, sexual orientation, ideology, political or religious affiliations, or our ethnicity, creating divisions that are largely arbitrary. But here's the thing. Biologists rely on hard genetic evidence to do this. What is our excuse? Scientifically speaking, humans are incredibly similar, as we are the same species. In fact, molecular clock studies of mitochondrial DNA suggests that all of us share common ancestors from roughly around 300,000 years ago, which is a mere 8,000 generations back. This accounts for all our so-called diversity in appearance, culture, and language today. The fact that we're all related at some point in the past. Think about that. Our differences are minuscule. They're skin deep at most. Genetically, we're almost identical. So why do we let these tiny differences define us and then subsequently divide us? I've lived around the world, not by choice really, by necessity, escaping, war and revolution from my hometown. I've been basically labeled an immigrant throughout the way, a foreigner, someone who doesn't quite fit in because of a mixed, varied culture everywhere I went. Yet, everywhere I went, I found the human condition was exactly the same. Our hopes, fears, and desires are universal. They're species-wide. Despite our 99.99% similarities, we fixate, however, on that 0.01% difference that makes us different. Maybe it's really a leftover vestige of our tribal past. But do we really need to define ourselves based on our differences? Remember, biological classification is the science of similarities and differences. So, can't we focus more on our similarities rather than our differences? On that which unites us rather than that which divides us? That's why when someone asks me to finish the sentence, I am I invariably answer, I am a human. The answer is the ultimate common ground. It encompasses all our differences, geographically, ideologically, and across all boundaries. Recognizing our shared humanity is key to bridging the divide and building coalitions within our species. So next time you consider who you are, then think about this first, before any label or category. You are a human. Actually, I jokingly tell my son that he's an ape and that my job as a parent is to turn him into a human. But kidding aside, embracing this perspective can help us move beyond divisions and truly connect with each other. Then we can try to be better humans first, perhaps, before setting out to fix the world. This little idea of leadership from inside out dates back to Taoism, Hinduism, Judaism, Islamic Sufism, and many modern secular movements and philosophies that I'll probably would love to talk about at some point down the line on this channel. Meanwhile, let me know how you filled out the blank today. After you like and subscribe, let me also know if you disagree with this view of humanity or you think it's extremely naive, and if you do so, why? Thanks for watching, friends. Remember, we're all in this together. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stay radical, stay moderate. See you next time.